Willie D Live.
Came a long way. I was just telling my people on the way over here that yesterday, June 11th, was 2 years ago. I took my first step at my son's wedding. And I remember when I was going through the tumultuous time in November 5th of 21, I fell into a coma. First time I was ever sick. My kidneys failed. Developed cystis. I had shingles when it was. I thought the shingles was causing it, but it was just the portal to everything that was about to happen. So my kidney shut down. They tried to incubate me, induced me in a coma, which should have never been done. Lasted 24 days. I fortunately came out. When I came out, I was 135 pounds from 205. I fell out. I was 205. I woke up 24 days, 70 pounds lighter, paralyzed, couldn't do anything. Couldn't sing, couldn't talk. I was talking like this, and my son would listen and then tell other people what I was saying. So when I smile and say it's good to see your face and be here, it's actually great. Good is not even the right adjective.
Was you cognizant that when you had woken up and you were you had awakened and you were like still like immobile? Did you know that you had lost all that weight?
Not when I first woke up, but I knew I was in a nightmare. But by the time 48 hours, I would say, went by, I kind of knew everything. Because, what happens is they first bring in a doctor who's going to physically tell you what's wrong. Then they bring in a mental doctor who's going to see if, the failure and the being in a coma has affected your brain. So they ask you a lot of mental questions to see if you still remember who you are, what's going on.
Yeah.
And that I passed in flying colors. Obviously the physical part I failed. I failed in everything. I couldn't do anything. But thankfully my brain was working, and they would ask me stuff like, starting at 1,000, subtract by 9, and I could go all the way down. And this would go on every day for about 2 or 3 days, just testing me. And then I had, it was just crazy, man. I questioned whether I still wanted to live, what living would be like. And it's funny, the first night I was in the hospital, because I didn't take the vaccination, I had been paying into my insurance for years, but I'd never been sick. And finally, when I needed the insurance,
Wow.
because I had not taken the vaccination, they were playing all kinds of games and other things. So that was a whole nother pressure. But it's funny how, once I got there and they put me in, I was in Inglewood, California, and we used to call it the Dirty Sniff. And we were like in a gang neighborhood. It felt like back in '89, back in LA, like back in the jungle, where my family's from. Because it was inhumane how dirty this place was.
Inglewood?
Yeah, in Inglewood,
My cousin
California.
lived in Inglewood.
Well, it wasn't the town.
It
wasn't the town of Inglewood. It was the fact that this was a facility, Inglewood Rehab Facility, where they would send us to. And then I started, like normally what I normally do is I get in a place, I'm quiet, I assess what's going on. And so I had a roommate who was getting dialysis. It's funny. I've actually put out a lot of the names because it was too much to hold on to. But it was funny to me that I started noticing, like, okay, this guy's next to me, bad diabetes, ex-gangbanger brother, got to know him. And in the morning, they're bringing him high fructose corn syrup for breakfast. And I'm sitting there going, okay, we're supposed to be in here rehabilitating. How do you really rehabilitate a diabetic on high fructose corn syrup? And then I started noticing all that stuff in the hospital. So truthfully, I have major challenges. I gave back all the medicine and went all natural. Doctors told me I was going to die, that I was crazy, this, that, and the third. And doctors are great people. I'm not saying this to discredit them. But you also, too, have to listen to the spirit inside of you and what's good for your body.